Well, here we are. We're on my way up to my work. Take my ratchets back, and while I'm there, we're going to do a toolbox tour. And I have 2 snap-on boxes, a roll cart and a full-size box. So I'll take you for a quick tour. I don't like making really long videos. I don't know if you guys like watching really long videos, so I'm gonna try to keep it as short as I can. Don't judge me. I'm gonna take you right into my shop. The way my cart was left on Friday and the way my toolbox was left, there's dust on my toolbox because it sits over. I haven't cleaned it in a long time, and it's just gonna be exactly how I work out of my box every single day. So what we'll do when I get there, I'll turn the camera on and show you what I got. Let's do it. Let's start with my toolbox. So on top I got my Snap-on Veris Pro scanner, and then my Blue Point light, which is a great light. I use it all the time. And then my underhood light, and then just some cleaners to keep my boxes clean. Meguiar's Ultimate Detailer, and then Snap-on Speed Wax. You know, that's pretty much it on top of the box. And like I said, it is dusty. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not, but it's dusty. I'd love to get a hutch, but they're just so expensive. So anyways, open up the first drawer. Let me show you how deep these drawers are. To give you an idea how far out it comes, let me show you on a normal toolbox. This is my boss's toolbox. That's as far out as that one comes. I think it's 29 inches right there. So, real quick overview. Start back here. Harbor Freight power steering puller. Junk, don't buy one. And I got my spark checker there. This right here is power belt, and these are axle sockets. Back here is a Harbor Freight puller. Now this bolt puller is great, and I think it's like $15. I've used it. Takes so many harmonic balancers or crankshaft pulleys, whatever you call them, out. The only ones it won't do is it will not do Chryslers. You have to have a special tool, and my boss provides that tool. And over here is my car, which I don't have a dealer anymore, but it's still a good tool. It's for twisting calipers, the pain in the butt calipers, I guess you should call them. Harbor Freight compression checker, junk, don't buy one. Then there's my Snap-on torque wrench I showed you in the last video. This is a Blue Point Torx and Allen socket set, which I use all the time. You got longs, shorts, stubbies, male and female Allen or Torx. You know, there's the female. It's a great little kit. I get in and out of this quite often. And yes, there is fingernail polish in here, and let me explain that. That is actually what I use to mark timing belts. My daughter does not use these anymore. I get the bright colors, whether it's orange or green, white. It's like a hot pink, I guess you call that. Stuff like that's what I use to mark timing belts. And then this is just an Irwin tool. It's for stripped out bolts. It's not easy to do one-handed. Stripped out bolts. That's all that is. And then there's this is my Cobalt torque wrench. And my caliper. And this is a Harbor Freight as well, Pittsburgh. Works very well. And then I got my piston ring compressor set. And then this is what I use for camshaft sprockets. This is a camshaft sprocket holder. These right here, this is Snap-on, this is a Blue Point. These things are supposed to hold the camshaft sprockets in place. I've never got them to work, but this is great if you gotta take the camshaft sprockets off. And it's only like an $80 tool, I think. This is a Lyle Honda crank bolt socket. And then this is just another piston ring compressor. This is my fuel line and transmission line disconnect tools from Matco. I don't have very many Matco tools, and I will explain that here in just a minute. But that is. Here's another Matco tool. 51-piece rethreading kit. Love it. It's got me out of some jams before. It's got thread files in it as well. It's got metric and standard. Very, very good kit right there. And then I got easy, or I don't know if you call them easy outlets. The bolt set, if you get strip bolts, that's what that is. Craftsman. See, I've got all kinds of tools. I don't go with just Snap-on or big name brands. I've got 2 of those because I bought them both on clearance. They were both missing 1 socket a piece, and I bought both of them for $30 for both, I think. So it was a really good price. Then in here, if I get wheels in that the lug nuts, my sockets will scratch, I use these so that they won't scratch the wheels. This is the ever so popular Lyle Ford 554 3-valve broken spark plug tool. And then this is just some bits that I have, cheap little set. That's that drawer. It's hard to get every whole drawer in these. This is kind of a junk drawer. Like I said, don't judge. Harbor Freight punch and chisels. These are great. These are great. Matco punch and chisels. You see how good these are. Junk. I haven't had that problem out of these Pittsburghs. This is a feeler gauge set. I'm not going to try to open it up. And spark plug, gapper, power probe, wireless temperature kit. Works great in the summertime when you're doing AC jobs. Harbor Freight drill bits. These are great. Let's see. Use these for like air condition disconnects and some fuel line disconnects. That's what that's for. Now in here, when we get AC kits from 1-800-Radiator, they come with bags of O-rings. I just put them in a box, a little bit of miscellaneous. This is Black & Decker. It's got some drill bits in it. This is a Honda I Look Holy. This is the Ford 2-liter timing belt tool you need to line the cones up. You know, I got some touch-up paint, Harbor Freight, Loctite, Toyota oil filter wrenches. These are sleeves I put on if I'm working around hot exhaust. And that's pretty much it. This is what I use to clean the toolbox with some cleaners. And every tool, every drawer is not full. These are just, let's see, as you can see, I got tons of room left. Flare wrench set, lifetime warranty. They're Sunex, made in China, but they work good. Then I got my Allens, and then I got my 32mm wrench for BMW water pumps, which we don't do much here. That's the reason I bought it though. But I do use it a lot when we do press-in wheel bearings with the tool. And I know I have some empty drawers, like basically that one. Nut drivers in there. And then here's my drawer for my diagnostic scanner, my wireless OBD2 connector, my low amp probe, a little code reader for the customers come in out in the parking lot. Just go out in the parking lot and scan the car. This is my what I consider my electronic drawer because I got my Power Probe 3, my battery tester, my Blue Point amp pound is back there for parasitic battery drains, my amp meter. You know, this right here is actually a fuel injector. You can check and see if it's pulsing. You set it on the windshield, take it down, that opens up to universal. Works really well. Down here is my ball joint tool, which I don't use much anymore because my boss bought a Snap-on and it is amazing and it's for the shop. So he said we can use it and I use it now. I use this very rarely. And I got my Astro pneumatic rivet gun. Awesome. If you do Ford window regulators where the glass is riveted in, this is the tool to have. And these are just empty boxes, I believe. There's my Snap-on speaker. Actually, no. These are my gloves that I wear. I have to wear gloves. Brake bleeder for Snap-on is an auto refiller. I hardly ever use it. Sorry if these are kind of shaky. It's hard to do this one-handed. Down here I got my manifold gauges, which I don't use. My box for my air hammer. My puller, which I don't use, and then fan clutch tool, which I don't use, but I have them, so. This is a miscellaneous. It's got a writing table on it. You can move it back and forth. This is kind of a catch-all for miscellaneous nuts and bolts and firecrackers for scaring other techs when they're using like torches and stuff. Like I said, a lot of drawers are still empty. The reason I bought this is that Husky box, that black box is at my house. These are all empty boxes in this drawer. Now down here, let me go back to the Husky in just a second. Down here is my electric Snap-on. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. 1/4-inch ratchet. Yeah, I did. Not too bad. That is a great little tool. I only use it on interiors. That's why the thing is so stinking clean. Let me put this down. I do not leave the battery in it either. So that's it for this. It's a KRL box. It's got chrome wheels. I don't really care about that, but that's what came on it. I bought this box Well, it's cheap compared to what they are brand new, but it's a scratch. It was scratch and dent. See this? And then this whole, it's gunmetal. This little protector or whatever, it was all messed up. So I ordered a new one, got the new one put on. Look, I've never put the piece right there. It's right up against the refrigerator. It's right there, a brand new piece. I've never put it on because it's right up against the refrigerator, so I just didn't worry about it. What I was gonna say is that Husky box is what I had for at least a year after I started here. You know, it's about the size of these boxes over here, but it started tilting because of all the weight in it, and the drawers they wouldn't stay shut. They just kept coming out. So I needed a heavy duty box, and I got a really good deal. I'm not gonna tell you what I paid because that's not what this video is about, but these are very expensive, and I paid not even half of what this box is worth, or what they asked for. As far as what it's worth, I have no idea. They astronomical prices, but I paid less than half than what cost would have been if I'd bought it brand new. Let me take you down here to what I work out of every day. This is my cart. It's a Harbor Freight cart, and I use this when I'm, pull it over here to lift when I have a car here. It's got all my sockets on it. These are Matco sockets here. My swivels right there. Those are snap-on. And then those are Matco sockets. And these, I believe, are CarQuest from when my wife worked there. Yeah, these are CarQuest, my quarters. The reason I don't buy Matco hardly at all anymore is because our Matco guy, for one, he's always in a bad mood every time he comes in here. Two, I kept breaking a couple Allen, I think they were Allen sockets or Torque sockets, and I went back to him like a third time because it broke again, and he said, I'm going to stop warranting these tools. I'm taking the lifetime warranty away because too many people are breaking these tools. Well, he just can't do that. So I stopped buying off of him. I hardly ever buy off of him anymore unless he has something just really good deal that I'm not worried about the warranty. Then I got my coolant bleeder down there, or filler right there, so you don't make a mess. It actually helps get the air out. Coolant tester. And this is what I work out of every single day. One thing I don't like about it is, the camera might not pick this up. I used to have all my sockets in here, and this is like swelled up. But these are all my snap-on pry bars. These are Matco scrapers. There's all my ratchets I just did a video on. Some of them, most of them. My snap-on speaker. Pictures of my kids. This is my box right here. I don't remember what model this is. KRS, I guess. But it's made in Algona, Iowa. That means it's American made. America. Snap-on screwdrivers. I just used one of their, I bought the set of 4 of these trays, magnetic trays, drilled some holes in it. Works good, these trays up here. And this one. So, here's the front of my box. It says, do not touch my tools. There. Okay, like I said, don't judge me. This is my catch-all. 1/4 inch, 3/8, extensions, ratchets that I don't have anywhere to put them. 1/2 inch. This one right here is kind of, like I said, it's catch-all. It's got Schrader valve tools in it. And then this has miscellaneous nuts and bolts, temperature probe. Harbor Freight, great buy, works great, works awesome. These are Matco, and if they ever break, I'm just gonna buy new ones, but these are the magnetic swivel spark plug tools. Oh yeah, I do have another ratchet. My through ratchet, little through ratchet set, I think it's a gear wrench. Yep, it's gear wrench. Through socket set, there's that Harbor Freight I was telling you about. There's some 1/2 inch extensions, and like I said, this is my catch-all. Pliers are right here. I'm not going to go through all of them. These blue ones are Blue Points, and they are junk. I don't like them. My Harbor Freight ones, though, like right here, I use daily, all the time. Never failed me. And I got a little Irwin. There's my little heat gun that I use for heat shrink. Or actually, this thing gets hot enough, and it is a snap-on. It gets hot enough to heat up bolts you want to get off. Wrench drawer. American. CarQuest, not Snap-on or Matco. CarQuest. And then gear wrench, ratcheting, flex heads. I have gear wrench, non-flex heads, but they are ratcheting. Crow's feet. Then I have these Napa wrenches that are just extra long, box ends on both ends. And then I do have some stubby ratcheting. These are snap-ons back here, and I got those for a guy that quit turning wrenches. He sold me that whole set for I think 30 bucks, and they were pretty much brand new. And this is another catch-all. And it's amazing. I'm a detailer, right? I like everything clean. There's that 1/2 inch, and this is just brake, dual piston brake. Push the pistons back in on dual piston brakes. Oil filter wrench. This right here is for GM intake jobs, so you don't have to loosen the rockers. You can just lift the rockers up, take the rockers, take them out, take the push rods out. This is another brake caliper tool. I'm not getting much light in here, right there. And this is just, like I said, brushes, Torx, and that's about it. Impacts, impact drawer, Ingersoll Rand 1/2 inch, Aircat 3/8 ratchet. It's a Matco 1/4 inch, snap-on 3/8 impact, snap-on air hammer, Craftsman electric nut driver, whatever you want to call it. Thing works great. No complaints out of that. Let's see, Ingersoll Rand angle die grinder, Ingersoll Rand straight die grinder, Cornwell straight die grinder, piece of junk. And then this right here is a Harbor Freight drill, air drill. And then this is just a bunch of bits that I use in my little Craftsman gun. And then the bottom, last drawer is nothing. Hammers, tire gauge, coolant pressure tester, which doesn't work very well, and basically my earmuffs. That's pretty much it right there. I went through everything really fast, I know, but I didn't want to make this video really, really long, so that is the toolboxes that I work out of every single day. Well, there you go. That's my toolbox tour. Nothing special. I do have some expensive tools. I also have a lot of what I would consider cheaper tools, and there's nothing wrong with that. Even as a full-time mechanic, I have cheap tools, some Harbor Freight tools that have never ever let me down. I have a lot of snap-on tools, obviously, that they've never let me down, but I'm not specific to one brand, but I do stay away from Matco for obvious reasons, what I just told you earlier, unless they have a really good deal, like on that piston ring compressor that they had. That was just a buy one get one free. It was too good of a deal to pass up, and I'm not worried about if I have to warranty it. I'm not even gonna mess with it, to be honest with you. But the snap-on tools are great. The Cobalt tools that I've ever tried, I have Cobalt wrenches. I forgot to mention there's some stubby wrenches in there that are Cobalt. Never let me down either. So you don't have to have expensive tools to be a good mechanic. The tools don't make you the good mechanic. You make yourself a good mechanic. The best tool you'll ever own is right here, is your brain. Your brain gets you in and out of jams. Tells you, if your brain tells you, oh, don't try to get that bolt out, it's going to break. 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to break. And I found that out, and that's just from my own personal experience. But your best tool is right here, is your brain. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. I hopefully have some good detailing videos coming up soon. It's getting warmer here in Indiana, and I'm really in a really good mood today because it's getting warmer, and hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be able to get some details in, like every weekend is what I'm really hoping for. So we will just see you next time.